This is another example of using the shape scatter node, and here I am using jitter to create the shape of the caustics, direction to orient them in the direction of the slope, and scale to set their size, and color obviously to color them. The one custom part in this is I made a caustic shader here, and so let's look at the maps that drive that and the scatter. So the first map is a fractal map, and we're deriving the position of it with some sine wave expressions on it to get the waves to flow a little more. And then we take the slope out of that and feed that into our caustic shader. And then, so let's look at the caustic shader here. I've got a bunch of settings on this. Yep, they're up here. And they're pretty typical of caustics. You can set your ray density and length of your ray, search range so that it can go faster, chromatic aberration, etc. And basically, I'm driving that with the slope. That gives us the wavy shapes. And then I'm using light direction as a bit of a cheat. So rather than modifying this main wavelets here with a bigger wave going through it, like a beach wave, I have input for light direction and ray length map. And so what I did is put in larger waves here to drive the light direction. That gives us this wave shape, which is kind of a wave fakery cheat. And then to sort of give the wave a bit of a break at the front, I slightly offset that for the ray length map. So I'm misusing the ray length map, and which would be like the distance to bottom and the light direction coming from the light to fake these larger waves, rather than modifying this. Is much easier to do. So I take that the caustic color out of that, and I also added something I haven't really seen in other caustic shaders, a displacement map. So I'm not sure if I had this set up right, but it seems to work. So this displacement map comes out, and it's driving the jitter of the shape scatter. So you see here, if I unplug that, what kind of an effect we get. You can see that I no longer have that that offset. I do have the direction, so let's take that out of there. You can see here that now I don't have direction or the jitter offset. So jitter actually can create shapes, although it sounds pretty random. So I'm driving that, and then down here, the scatter stamps are your sort of typical setup of a bunch of packed letters here, spelling Houdini 21. Let's close that. And that's about it. So just this one custom part, everything else is off the shelf. That'll be in the HIP file, and I'll save it on HD of this so you can play with this and use this if you need caustics as well. It's pretty early in the shader. I might clean it up later, but give it a try.